Alright, it is time for the final day of our Recoded Gaige. We really are just at the end, basically. I want to go ahead and knock out the 2 DLC that we have left over, but like, we've done it. We've effectively tested basically everything except for like Gaige, Death Trap build. We know guns are good, we know melee is good. Dots are clearly working. I could test out retaliation, and then yeah, also just DT-centric stuff. But we will start today just by doing a little bit of some DLC. Nice and plain and simple. Yeah. This is so much height. This is way too much height. Hey, go on, get out of here. Go on. Alright, goodbye. There we go. We'll get there eventually. Hello, sir. Excuse me while I just fly over here. Wait for dialogue. Hopefully. Might as well do something while we wait. There we go.
Whoa, you didn't say the blood fruit grew on the tree ants.
Well, they do. Think you're cool enough to grab the fruit without killing the tree first?
This is so dumb. I mean, it's literally just creative mode at this point. I know that the mod devs are working on another mod that's going to be harder and also have, like, way more stuff. But, yeah, this mod is definitely a little bit too easy at times. Potentially. Some stuff might be a little OP.
Morty, you look different. Oh, it's the... Where's your birdie? Your little birdie friend.
Tina, I told you.
Hey, get out of here. Hey, go on. Don't make him... Okay, I'm just gonna... Go. Go on. There we go.
What? The gatekeeper was actually the handsome sorcerer all along? What twist?
Wait, what? That makes zero
What
sense.
twist? Wind to score.
Oh, I might have killed him too fast. Well, that's a reload. Okay. I really like this SMG. It is really, really fun to use, but it's just, by comparison to literally just hitting the man with a nuke in the mouth, it's just not the same, you know? Like, just something about, well, missing, I guess, and then just doing that is just a little stronger. Feels a little OP. Hello, sir. I'm trying to be respectful about it. I'll just... I broke the magic globe. There we go.
I want it.
Alright, cool. We're good.
Great job. You have all the... With the sorcerer's tower in sight.
Alright, we're gonna respect this area a lot, definitely.
Those things...
Just slowly chew through it. Treat it with all of the respect in the world. Wait, where am I? Hold on. Okay, we're here. Cool. Alright, and dragon...
Sounds like you could use some help.
Dragon has a health bar. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, there we go. You know what I just realized? I actually have not done Blood Stallion Amulet turn-in Lilith DLC. After we're done with this, let me go do that. I mean, like, I'm gonna probably fight dragons first, but Yeah, I'm gonna give myself an amulet just to go do that and see what's up with that. Oh wait, can I one-phase this? Nope. Okay, hold on. Maybe with kill skill we can pick up the other two though. So let me just kind of do a little bit of ad clear. Please. The slag dot. The slag dot ate my opportunity. Okay, well, that's a little disheartening, but it is what it is.
That's right, beard.
There we go. Yeah, she still had that slag dot on her from earlier. Which, honestly, if I can just tag enemies with slag dots, I bet Dragon Fight's gonna be super easy. Like, just get one of them down so that I can bully Incinerator without him landing and becoming immune, which honestly will probably be one shot anyway. But like, this should be really, really fast. Oh yeah, also don't go to the right or skip this roundabout part. It hard locks this area and you have to reset your UVHM or fix it in Gibbed. So probably don't do that. The game doesn't like it. Ink. I could just let him dot out. You know what? Yeah, I'll just shoot him once and then I'll just let dot do the work. Just kidding. Maybe this one? Oh, okay. Well, well, we'll save that for someone else. Maybe I can try dot on Hurley, since Hurley's actually, like, really, really thick. Okay, so I need to get an amulet, I need to fight dragons, I need to fight Hurley. Probably not in that order, probably in the exact opposite order. Alright, so just shoot him, let the dot do the work. That dot is insane. Yeah, that is ticking for, like, 2 trillion? Or close enough to it. Right, go ahead and buy an antagonist while we're here. We can futz with the parts on it later. But we're going to use it for retaliation soon. Oh wow, you didn't immediately die. Oh. There we go, kill skill hit. Done. They were all dotting. I barely tickled them a little bit, and then the dot kicked in, and then the dot just did all the work. Okay, well, there we go, I guess. Let's go to Torg DLC. Actually, no, let's get that amulet, and then do that, and then get to Torg DLC. Speed. Oh, the Psycho Beamer. Okay. Yeah, it's this thing. Yeah. I mean, it's just a laser, but like it's neat. It does pretty respectable damage for sure, but yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, let's go knock out Torg DLC then. Cuz you know, that'll take equally as short of time. This thing gives way too much height. It's so cool though, but it's ridiculous.
What's your name, sir?
Ooh, Soul Render. funny, funny thing. Hold on. Eh. And also, yeah, that always defaults to shock damage, no matter what. Soul Render, go! Do the thing! A small amount of lag, don't worry about it. This might demolish Pyro Pete, actually. That might be pretty fun for him. Poor man didn't even get to finish dialoguing. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah. I totally understand the sentiment of this being 1000% too easy. This character especially has been on the insanely OP side. I mean, like, they're all strong so far. But, like, this is nuts. Literally just rock up on whoever you want, one-shot them real quick, and then just fly away. Like nothing just happened. It can be kind of absurd. Okay, hold on. How strong is Liftoff's damage? I know that this is a really weird thing to test since this is supposed to be a movement tool, but like... not good, but not bad, you know what I mean? Okay. I just had to know, that's all. I really am looking forward to the Axton. Whenever I get back, that's gonna be so fun. Like, I think that literally as soon as I get back, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, is play Axton next. I don't know if I want to put something in between. I haven't done Fight for Your Lifelands in a while, and I know that that Salvador playthrough I want to do is a good idea. Kind of. So, like, I'm kind of tempted to do that. Alright, time for the death race. Once again, with the death race, spawn a car, immediately drive away. It starts the countdown timer, you get a little bit of a head start on your timer, saves you a lot of time, maybe let you do tier 3 a little easier, and also use the Barrel Tactical because it is the fastest boosting car in the game. I'm kind of tempted to do some of the science. So, there have been theorized ideas of potential challenges with Recoded with a couple of other people that I know. And one of them was, how few shots can you take to kill a raid boss? And I know that they're fixing Necrotic, but literally one shot from Gaige currently would probably win. And I'm really tempted to test that on Pete, because Pete will just absolutely eat a dot for sure. So maybe I'd take off all of my equipment except for the Manhattan, and then just shoot him once and then see if it'll work. Yeah, literally just that. Just do one shot of Manhattan and then just see if it'll eat him alive. Or kneecapped. Well, the problem with kneecapper is it actually requires, like, a little bit of orc stacking and some tomfoolery, I guess? I don't know. Like, it's definitely fast, if not faster, probably on, like, Maya. But I don't know if it's as fast as just Manhattan Project on Gaige. Especially with it being recently buffed. Oh, you can just run around the backside of this, huh? That'd be 1,000 times safer than going through the mid. I've genuinely never thought of that. Oh, they're trying. Okay, maybe they're not. Quintessence time it is. Can I... hold on. Can I EMF you? Did these get stuck in you? It doesn't seem like it, but I'm just gonna hard DPS. Just commit. Just anything that's not what we've been using effectively is what I'm trying. Okay. Okay, so just a little bit of disrespect, a little bit of standard DPS. I wonder if this will actually work at all. I mean, it causes lag and gives me lifesteal, so like, yes? Let's just expedite this a little bit. There we go. Nice. I might try to EMF the Pyropete fight, or just do the 1 dot tick thing that we were thinking about. Or Soul Render. Maybe all three. He'll just get bullied multiple times today. Sure. Alright, kill skill. Shoot. He didn't slag. Shoot him again. Keep shooting until slag, I guess. You turn purple, right? There it is. Okay, so it's just entirely dependent on RNG, I guess. But yeah, you could totally just camp out after tagging him once for now, until that gets fixed. I'm so sorry, sir.
The completionist in me is like, yeah!
Okay. And then the soul render. Let me just find my equipment again. That was insane. Okay, interesting that that does so much, or theoretically could deal that much. And then as for EMF, please don't crash. That seems pretty good for him. Okay, well, now I want to go take this to someone we know, like Vora, and just see how this performs there. Okay. Soul Render with a Maelstrom hybrid goes crazy. Okay, I see you. I mean, I know I have a Kratos part on it as well, but that wasn't even a part of our DPS. It was just the fact that it rolled Maelstrom hybrid. Yeah, that's cool. Well, from here, we don't really have too much more to test. We're just gonna test out Retaliation build, and then maybe like one more thing. Just, you know, funny death traps, I guess. Let's do Hexblade, because it gives gun damage buff. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay, so we don't really need a health pool, but we do need to be able to live. So let's do this. Increase the amount of gun damage we deal, just in case it applies to enemies. max out Necrotic Touch because, yes, max out Brain Power because this buffs it. 1 point Burning Sensation to get down tree for now. Probably will come back and buff it fully. 1 point, 4-point rush since we're just going to be AFK watching the gameplay itself. Max that out. 1 point life tap just in case. And then, yeah, just rest into Burning Sensation for now, just to get extra dot out. Okay. Let's go to Bloodshot. Just stand still, respectfully. Look at the enemies, watch them deal damage to themselves, and just kind of laugh a little bit, hopefully. Should be good. Alright, boys. I'm here. I'm just gonna hold Manhattan Project with no plan. Alright, well, he's dotted for life. Alright, I might actually have to fight melee mobs, but gun mobs, though. Okay, yeah. Gun mobs fight themselves for us. Slowly. But yeah, that absolutely works. Okay, let's test out headshot damage real quick with brain power. Because I am curious about how strong brain power actually is. I have not respected it properly during playthrough. Might need a better gun. Here, I can't miss with this, right? Until I do. I mean, like, that's alright. Yeah, that's a rank 11. That could probably be a little stronger. I wouldn't complain. But, like, yeah, everything else is very, very silly on this character, so what's one skill that's not as insane? Truly. Alright, well, he's dead. Might as well keep walking. It's gonna be a slow burn, but he'll burn out. It kind of looks like sometimes they slag, but they don't actually want to, like, take a dot. Oh well, in that situation, I guess. Yeah, these guys are all doomed, so we'll just leave them alone. Yeah, just a passive playstyle. Except for the enemies that aren't so passive, but, like, you know, whatever. Okay, well, everyone in this room is dead too now. Except for these guys who went melee. Yeah. Even without a plan, without, like, anything really that you have specifically that you want to do, you can just walk into the enemy and then just jump swing at them because aerial anarchy. I only have 16 stacks. The stack count doesn't matter. The damage is there whether you're helping it or not. Obviously, probably not raid boss DPS, mind you. But, like, for just these dudes, yeah, this'll work. This'll work just fine. Do I have anybody that's reflective? I guess. Yeah, I have one boy. Let's go to Incinerator. Okay. Try to get Incinerator down. Miss every single shot. Watch him clip into the floor. I think we're winning. Well, we were winning. We killed at least a brood. Let's try this again without the broken dragon. This is a vanilla issue, by the way. That's not the mod's fault. Oh, Psycho Beamer does explosive damage. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that does insanely high damage. Compared to using Manhattan Project, I don't know if it's the move, because, like, well, two of my dragons just dotted to death. Almost. But, like, yeah, that's pretty funny. You can just kind of do that to them if you find a reflective boy. Which is not a surprise, because that's kind of just how reflective stuff is in this game, but, like, don't worry about it. 100% deflect chance, a DR on this, 110% here, insane DR on this. I'm assuming I'm healing off of reflex even. And then, like, yeah, chance for like up to 1,000+% damage on our reflect every single time equals enemy go boom. Hyperius no longer has his reflective shield, so I'm not gonna really try that because I'll end up just killing one of his bots if I try to reflect off of it. And then, like, maybe Son of Craw, but also Son of Craw is pretty picky with his reflect kill, so not really gonna try that either. Let's do one final build. The build that I probably should have made, like, forever ago, but everything else was just way too much fun for me to even consider it. Let's make a Death Trap-centric build. Let's gas him up. Let's just watch him do stuff. We'll grab every single augment. We'll try to play with Icarus to see how it feels. We'll give him Explosive Clap. We'll try to buff them all with fire. Everything. All of them. Just give it to every single one. Well, with how full our buff bar is, I'd say that we're probably pretty loaded. So we've just put enough points to get down tree effectively over here. Maxed out self-sufficient because more damage for DT. Maxed out fortitude because more health for DT. Maxed out biodegradation because it reduces enemy health pools, so the DT hits better. Explosive clap because why not? Hurdle up because yeah. Also, this is DR and lifesteal for DTs as well. Sharing is caring because yes, of course. Go ahead and put on a melee shield for that. And then I guess any relic at all is whatever we're going to run. Doesn't really matter too much, so I'll just keep on Juggernaut for the catch-all damage bonus. And then, yeah, I gave him Heat Beam, even though Heat Beam felt kind of rough. Icarus, we haven't even tried yet, so we'll try that. And then, of course, Spinning Attack, because Spinning Attack, we couldn't get all 3 capstones while trying to also greedily buff Death Trap to the fullest extent. So no with claws for us, but like that's not gonna matter probably. I'm sure that it's just fine. Alright, let's go to Bloodshot, or even Sawtooth. Yeah, let's try Sawtooth. This definitely won't be a horrible idea. So summon a boy, put him on fire. We need to get a couple kills ourselves so that we can actually summon more boys. Although I could just wait out the, cooldown, but why? I'm very much capable of, snagging kills. Was that Icarus? Okay, Icarus is definitely a little weak. I thought it would be. Spinning attack is probably still the only one I would actually give them normally. And kind of the main problem I have with Death Trap is that he can't really target raid bosses. Like, he'll laser them with the shock laser, but that's it. So, it's not really gonna be able to take them over to any of them because they just won't fight any of them. And yeah, they're a little squishy here at OP10, which is not too big of a surprise, but yeah, they're a little squishy. And yeah, outside of using melee, or just like only surveyors is the only thing I'd want them to like actually shock laser. They don't have too much use. If they can't hit a guy, they simply cannot hit that guy. Death Trap tries his best, but his best is not very good. So it's just, it gets you a little sad sometimes.
Robot, attack mode.
Like against this boy, after he gets done using all the other attacks that I stacked on him. Yeah, he just zaps him. That was actually a very impressive amount of damage for DT. But yeah, every other augment, even in the mod, is just not worth it. So just stack the melee. Just only give him spinny attack. That's the only one you actually want him to have. So let's do that and then take him somewhere else, I guess. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's say, hypothetically, you've made a couple of red and green boys because, you know, you're just in that Christmas spirit, and definitely not because they're two of the strongest elements in the video game. And then you, like, take them over here, where some relatively casual mobs are, kind of on the spicy side of the spectrum. And you only gave your Dead Traps melee abilities. Yep, they farm. They farm hard. How do barrels feel? Do barrels bully them? Not really. Yeah, like, against the stuff they can target, they just demolish it. They roll it super duper hard. If the enemy can be targeted, they will be targeted, and they will be bullied out of existence. They will not be allowed to live anymore. So, like, it's really funny when it does work. But when it doesn't work, you just kind of have weird boys following you around, not doing anything. So, Jesus. Here, let's go do an example. Okay, so let's imagine you just had an entourage of spicy boys. And you walked up to a boss that's clearly just on the floor and should probably be punched to the highest degree. Like, let's get them in there. Wait, they're spin attacking? Oh. Oh, you can target... Wait a minute, how many raid bosses can be targeted by them now? Wait, because that's not normal, I don't think. Wait a minute, where's Pete? Hold on, I gotta... Let's just look at them all. Who can be meleeed, who cannot be meleeed. I was under the assumption and the expectation that they could not, in fact, melee any raid boss still. I didn't know that they might have been tampered with. A little bit. Hold on. Hit him. Swing on him. Swing on him. Hit him. Come on. He's low. He's literally one. Well, alright, that one didn't look so good. Hold on, let's respawn and try this again. Alright, so our buddy is alive and well. Danger. Yep, that's a laser. Okay, so this one gets lasered. Let's test out someone else. Dragons, I don't want to try because that'll just be more chaos than it would be worth. To be fair, I'm sure they probably hit grounded dragons. Beat them up. Oh. You do know how to fight him. Oh, life is good. Swing on him. But like in a way that actually hits him. Okay, so he tries. DT is just a little on the slow side of the DPS spectrum. And he is lasering Chief and Guatu instead. Okay. But I mean, like, if you pre-stacked, like, many death traps on your way up here, and he actually hit his shots, apparently he can farm pretty darn hard. He just needs to actually, you know, hit. He just killed Chief. Well, it's over. Please, swing on him. Nope, okay. So, He can fight Vora. Not well, but he can fight Vora. That's pretty cool. Okay, so Hatterax is definitely laser because he follows the same logic as Terra. Um, Dragons are presumptively meleeable, which even if they weren't meleeable, I don't know if I'd want Death Trap for that fight. Vora is meleeable. Hyperius is meleeable. So Pete is probably also meleeable? Get him. He can melee him. Okay, cool. So, like, yes. TLDR, just yes, he can in fact throw hands with Pete. I mean, his health bar's a little low, but you have that whole room to spawn a bunch of boys in, so yeah, this would very much be viable and possible. Let's do that real quick.
Blood and death, my favorite thing. Hit 'em!
Okay, so I definitely passed judgment a little too quickly on what you were and were not capable of doing in this mod. It turns out you can, in fact, just throw 1,000 death traps at least half of the raid bosses in the game. I'm gonna stand in front of you so that you stay still now. I hope that's okay. Or I'm not gonna do that because they're just gonna throw you around. Come on, guys, you gotta win. There's so many of you. There we go, the corner. Okay. Well, there you go. DT can fight at least half of the raid bosses. Still kind of get sad whenever he tries to laser some enemies, but like, for the ones he can melee, absolutely. This is also just a thing in vanilla. Like, outside of swatting down surveyors or men that he can punch, there's not much use case for him outside of just being a distraction for the 2 seconds before he gets hit with a RPG or a Torg and dies. And, yeah, I mean, we've tested everything really that I wanted to test. Retaliation is funny. Infinite dot death is funny. Our explosive damage is insanely high. I didn't really test, I guess, like releasing a slag AoE, but the Height of Terra already did that on him, so that was kind of funny to look at. The shock AoE thing doesn't really need to exist either because of Rampage, but like it's kind of neat as a function. And like, this character is just blatantly OP. We've seen it throughout the days of our playing. We don't die, the enemy does. Doesn't matter what we choose as our tool, we win. They don't. That's all there is to it. So yeah, next time probably we'll start an Axton. I have a bit of a hankering for some Fight for Your Life lands. Maybe I'll do the Sal because I played a Sal a long time ago. I kind of want to re-Sal just to see how he is now after his nerfs. But we'll see what we get up to. Axton will be next though. So yeah, day 7.